Good morning, friends. Today we will be talking about water. The first unit, water. What are the different types of water? Soft water, hard water. What is the meaning of soft water, hard water? What are the different characteristics of water in the context of hardness? The different types of hardness, temporary hardness, permanent hardness. Now first we will know what is water. Everybody is aware of water. Now water has the unique property. What is that unique property? It can dissolve anything added to it. It is also known as universal solvent. Now when we talk about the sources of water, what are the sources of water? As we know, the sources of the water matters because in our earth the water is being to be extinct. We don't get enough water that is used for the drinking purpose because there are various factors that has depleted the drinking water sources. Okay, I will not go in that matter. I will only talk about what are the sources of water. The sources of water, the first one is surface water, the water that floats on the surface of the earth. Okay, another one is underground water, the water that is found under the earth crust. And third one is rainwater, that is God gifted water, or it comes from the water cycle. Through the water cycle we get the water from the sky or the topmost layer of the earth is known as rainwater, and the last one is sea water. Okay, so the first one is surface water, the water which floats on the surface of the earth is known as surface water. Now in the surface water there are two different types, flowing water and still water, water that continuously flows like stream, river, etc., and still water that stands on the earth's surface like lakes, ponds, reservoirs. What is underground water? Underground water is the water that is found under the earth crust, which we bring it out on the topmost layer of the earth, on the upper surface of the earth by various processes such as well springs, tube well, bore well, etc. Rainwater is produced due to the water cycle. Okay, the evaporation and then condensation of thunderstorm, and then water is collected into the rivers, and that again get transpiration process, evaporation process takes place and get converted into clouds, and the clouds undergo thunderstorm to produce the rainwater. Rainwater is the purest form of the water. Why? Because the process of the evaporation, condensation clears all the elements that causes the impurities in the water. So rainwater is the purest form of water. Although acid rain occurs nowadays, okay, due to the high releases of the air pollutants that mixes with the water coming from the sky and forms the water acidic. So the acid rainwater occurs. That is a different matter. Okay. Now the fourth one is sea water. Sea water is saline water. So it is found in abundance of the earth. Okay. The 1/3 is only land and the other is surfaced with the water. That water is saline water. So these are the different sources of the water. Now coming to the impurities of water. There are 4 different types of impurities in the water. Suspended impurities. Suspended impurities means that are mixed in the water, that can be easily seen. Okay, these impurities partly form turbidity, color change, odor change in the water. It may be inorganic, maybe due to clay, sand, or organic, oil globules, vegetable and animal matter, etc., that is present in the water. So all these impurities form the suspended impurity type. The next type is colloidal impurity. Products from the organic waste, finely divided silica and clay etc. are the agents which come under colloidal impurities. Now colloidal impurities are actually, we can say that it is charge impurities. It is charge impurities. It possesses some charges. It may be positive or it may be negative. Okay. Now third one is dissolved impurities. Dissolved impurities that mixes in the water and form as a dissolved salt like carbonates, bicarbonates, chlorides, sulfates of calcium, magnesium, iron, sodium, etc. Now hardness is due to the presence of these salts. Dissolved gases like oxygen, carbon dioxide, etc. also come under this category of dissolved impurities. Now the fourth impurity type is microorganism. These included bacteria, fungi and algae. So these are the different types of impurities and they have different properties or different phenomena to remove these impurities, that is to be content in another session. Okay. Now coming to the different types of water. We know that only one type of water is there. Water is colorless, okay, odorless. So it is only one type, but no, there is two types of water. Water, one that is soft water and water that is, one is hard water. You cannot easily identify by the viewing the water which water is soft water and which water is hard water. Okay. Soft water is that which forms lather easily by addition of soap is known as soft water. Lather means jhag. Okay. When you add soap, a limited quantity of soap, not excess amount of soap. Okay. In water it will form a lather formation, jhag ban jayega. That water is known as soft water. The process of latheration is done easily by addition of the any type of detergent, soap will make the water soft. Now what is hard water? It is not hard. Water is already soft in nature, but we know that the hard. Why it is hard? Because if we add the soap in that water, it will not form latheration. We have to add more water, then the latheration will be done. The latheration process doesn't take place easily. That type of water is known as hard water. We can simply define it that water which does not form lather with soap solution readily means instantly, is known as hard water. So I knew that the meaning of the soft water and the hard water is clear to you, as these terms are to be used in the whole unit and that may don't create the problem in the further lectures. Okay. What is soft water? Soft water is that water which forms lather on addition of soap easily or readily is known as soft water. And hard water is that water which does not form lather with soap solution easily is known as hard water. Now hardness of the water. What do you mean by the hardness of water? Hardness is the characteristics of the water which prevents the lathering of the soap. It is also known as consuming capacity of the soap of the water sample. Due to the presence of certain salts like calcium and magnesium and other heavy metals like aluminium, iron, manganese, etc., forms the latter hardness of the water. Now this is the reaction of the hard water and soft water. Soft water, when we add soap solution, it forms lather, and hard water, when we add soap solution, it does not form lather. Now why it has to be proved chemically. Now if you take sodium soap, sodium stearate, C17H35COO Na. This is sodium stearate or sodium soap. When mixed with hard water, it forms a stearate insoluble precipitate is formed, that is of C17H35COO twice Ca. Okay, calcium stearate is formed, that form in the precipitate form along with the release of the NaCl solution. Similarly, the sodium soaps, when react with MgSO4, it forms C17H35COO twice Mg as a magnesium precipitate, magnesium stearate as in the form of precipitate, along with the release of Na2SO4. Now, these are the two reactions taking place when the water is coming into contact with the soap. This shows that the water is hard water which contains calcium and magnesium hardness that mixes with the soap and forms a precipitate but does not form the latheration. Due to these precipitate formation, the water is defined as a hard water. Now, what are the different types of hardness? When we talk about the hardness, there are two types of hardness. One is temporary hardness, another one is permanent hardness. Temporary hardness is a short period. It is mainly due to the presence of dissolved bicarbonates of calcium and magnesium along with other heavy metals such as carbonates of iron. Calcium bicarbonate is CaHCO3 twice. Magnesium bicarbonate is MgHCO3 twice. It is also known as carbonate or alkaline hardness. Now, see the reactions. The calcium bicarbonate that is present in the hard water, if heated, it will be converted into calcium carbonate CaCO3 along with the release of H2O and carbon dioxide. Similarly, the magnesium bicarbonate present in the hard water or the hard water sample is heated, it will be converted into MgOH twice, which is magnesium hydroxide, a loose slimy precipitate. The downward arrow shows that it is a precipitate along with the release of the carbon dioxide. The arrow shows upward, that means it is a gas, it will be released into the atmosphere. So, these are the two reactions showing the temporary hardness, as if the water sample is heated for half an hour, the hardness causing ions, that is calcium bicarbonate and magnesium bicarbonate, will be converted into CaCO3 and MgOH twice. Okay, CaCO3 is insoluble and MgOH twice is loose slimy precipitate that can be easily removed by the wire case. So, the water can be made soft water if it contains temporary hardness causing ions. That which are those ions? Those ions are calcium bicarbonate and magnesium bicarbonate. So, the phenomena of this hardness is known as temporary hardness, as it is not mentioned for a longer period. Now, the next type is permanent hardness. It is due to the presence of the dissolved chlorides and sulfates of calcium, magnesium, iron and other heavy metals. Salts which are responsible for permanent hardness are CaCl2, MgCl2, CaSO4, MgSO4, FeSO4, Al2SO4 thrice, etc. It is also known as non-alkaline hardness. So, if you exclude the calcium bicarbonate and magnesium bicarbonate, the other salts are responsible for permanent hardness. Permanent hardness is permanent. It cannot be removed by any shortcut methods such as temporary hardness was done, that is boiling. Boiling cannot be removing the permanent hardness. It can only remove the temporary hardness. So, permanent hardness is permanent. So, the water, the hard water, if we are receiving, we have to identify that what type of hardness is that. It may be due to temporary hardness, it may be due to permanent hardness, and then we have to treat that water so that we can be feed it into the industrial purposes.